Are you an entrepreneur drowning in tasks and buried in administrative work? In fact, if you're spending more than 1 hour a day on admin work, I'm gonna tell you that you're probably leaving millions of dollars a year on the table in your business. And so on today's video, I am gonna share the true cost of not having a great administrative executive assistant on your team. And even if you already have one, I'm gonna share with you exactly how to optimize that relationship and make it even more awesome. Hey, I'm Danny and I help entrepreneurs just like you grow your business through virtual assistants, systems, and automations. And if you're interested in that, I have a link down below in the description where you can book a call. We'll take a look at your business, see what's keeping you up at night, see what's holding you back. And if we have something that can help you, we will certainly do that. Don't worry, it's not a high pressure sales call. Even if you don't get a virtual assistant from us, we have standard operating procedures for every position on your team so you can optimize those and grow and scale. All right, so if you're spending more than an hour a day on administrative work in your business, you are probably losing millions of dollars and leaving that on the table because you're inhibiting the growth of your business. So there are actually two aspects to this, but before I tell you about those, I want to tell you a quick little story. So my mom passed away about 1.5 years ago. And over the last 3 months of her life, I got to spend, thankfully, a lot of time with her. And the things that she talked about was that it really wasn't, the money or the possessions or anything else that was important. It was time. And as entrepreneurs, we have all the time that we need, which is the good part. We set our own schedule. We are our own boss. We're the king of our kingdom, of course. But also the bad news is that we set our own schedule and we don't have a boss. So we could do whatever we want to do. So in that respect, time is your most important asset. And every time that you waste it on low-level tasks, you are inhibiting the growth of your business. And so through that process of spending time with my mom and realizing that, time is really the most valuable thing that we have, I really got even more passionate, even more committed about what I do in helping entrepreneurs just like you scale your business and grow. So let's talk about if you do not have an executive assistant or if you don't have a good executive assistant, what it's actually costing you. And there are actually two parts to this. The first part is really the tangible, the money part, I would say, right? But the second part is the opportunity cost. It's all the stuff that you are not getting. Let's dive a little bit more into each of those. So number one, if you don't have an executive assistant that's helping you. And by the way, later in this video, I'm also going to show you exactly what an amazing executive assistant can do for you. I'm going to lay that out for you. So if you don't have a good executive assistant, then what you're doing is you're spending time on $10 an hour tasks versus $1,000 an hour tasks. And what's happening when you do that is that you're not allowing your business to grow. When you spend time on the money-making activities in your business, the things that could make you $1,000 or more an hour, I want you to think about things like client appointments, sales calls, hiring people that can actually make you more money. All of those things can make your business grow, can allow you to scale without you personally doing it. Those are all of the immediate financial things that you can think of that if you don't have an executive assistant to do those $10 an hour tasks, you end up doing them, right? So those are all those things. But wait, there's more. Like those are actually not the big things. If you're spending more than an hour on email and admin and things like that, what's happening is that actually you are taking not only time, but energy away from what you're doing in your business. You see, as entrepreneurs, at least it's this way for me, and I'm sure it's this way for you as well, we only have so much creative energy in the day. We wake up, maybe our battery's full, maybe you have an afternoon coffee and refill that battery, but our battery's full, and we're going to use that energy on something. Now, if you're an entrepreneur that's creative, maybe you're inventing things, maybe you're creating new processes for your business, or maybe you're making sales calls or having sales meetings or appointments, or maybe you're presenting on stage like I do a lot of times, right? So you only have so much energy for that. If you take that energy away and spend it on things like responding to emails and setting up your calendar and things like that, you've now robbed yourself. Think of your cell phone battery that continues to go down and down. And by the time it's time for you to do some of those $1,000 an hour tasks, you no longer have the energy for that. So between those two things, not having an amazing executive assistant is costing you millions of dollars in your business. And I actually know this firsthand because the times in my business where I have not had an executive assistant have been some of the worst times, because I end up doing the tasks that I hate to do, the email and the phones and the calendar management. And by the way, even if you enjoy doing those things, you shouldn't be doing them, because just because you can do it, just because you're good at it, doesn't mean you should be doing it. So it's so important to make sure that you are focused on the most important, the highest leverage tasks that you can accomplish and that only you should be doing in your business. And so let me share with you what a great executive assistant can do for you. And by the way, one more shameless plug for you. There is a link down below. You can book a call with our team of coaches. We'll take a look at your business. We've seen everything. We've seen every type of business, every industry. We'll take a look and we'll share how you can actually add that leverage and optimize your business. If you already have an executive assistant or other team members like social media manager or maybe an inside salesperson, we can give you great standard operating procedures so you can optimize those positions for yourself. All right, so what does a great executive assistant do for you? Number one, I want you to meet my executive assistant, Charlene. So Charlene, every single day, what she's going to do for me is she is going to, first of all, manage and optimize my calendar. So we're going to make sure every appointment is confirmed. As you can see, my calendar is color coded, so I know what's on there. I'm going to look at it in the morning, see what I have going on that day. She's going to brief me on those things. So I don't have to worry about, hey, are these appointments confirmed? Is this person actually coming? What do I have? Like, is this lunch on, right? I don't have to worry about any of that. I wake up, I follow my schedule, and I keep going. So calendar management is number one. Number two is email management. I don't know about you. I hate email. I've always hated email. I stay away from it as much as I can. But, people do email stuff that needs to be responded to. So what Charlene's going to do is she's actually going to categorize those emails. She's going to make sure that they're in the right categories and order and make sure everything's set up properly, right? And then she's going to tell me, hey, Danny, you have a couple emails I need your help responding to, or I need you to tell me how to respond. She's going to respond to as many as she can, and that's learned over a period of time. There's also some great AI tools that we use for this. If you want those, just comment down below. Let me know what you're interested in. I'm glad to share any of this stuff with you, right? So she's going to make sure the email is all taken care of, right? The next thing she's going to do, of course, is take a look at some of my personal stuff. So whether that's date night with my wife, Elena, or it's kids' activities or weekend activities, she can schedule those as well. So she's taking care of a lot of these things that I would otherwise be doing. Also, there's voicemail management. If people are calling me, if I need to do things, she's making sure that I do those things. So she's actually holding me accountable. One of the things I haven't talked about yet is that having a great executive assistant is an awesome form of accountability, because I wake up, first of all, I know I got to pay her. And second of all, I know that someone's going to make sure that I do those things that are on my calendar that I say I'm going to do. Otherwise, I got someone to answer to other than myself. And holding yourself accountable, of course, is never a good way to go, because it doesn't work. In addition to that, we have something called a backlog. So the backlog is just a spreadsheet. It's a list. Anytime I have a thought, day or night, what I'm going to typically do is either dictate that into my notes app or ChatGPT, and then later I'm going to go ahead and put it into the backlog so that Charlene knows to go in and do those things for me, or ask me some questions, see if there's something that I need from there. So all of these systems are awesome. I'm glad to share any of them with you. There's 100 other things that she's going to do for me as my executive assistant, but mostly is to take those admin activities off my plate. And overall, what we hear from our clients at All Star VAs is that having a great executive assistant saves them at least 20 hours a week. And I just want you to think about, what you could do with those 20 hours. If you take 20 hours, multiply that by 50 weeks a year, maybe that you're working, right? That's 1,000 hours a year that you have extra, whether that's for more work, whether that's for fun, whether that's for family time, adventure, whatever it is that you want to do, fitness, health. Think of all of the things that you could do with that additional time. And so if this is something that is helpful for you, of course, I want to invite you to like and subscribe to the channel. This is a newer YouTube channel, and look forward to helping you with scaling your business and helping you grow your business so that you can actually earn more money, work less, and have way more fun in your business and in your life. And if you want to know exactly how to do that, make sure you watch this video right over here.